Hello everyone and welcome to a new lesson on our channel English Bridge. In today's video we're going to talk about verb to be in English. We're going to talk about how we use it and then we're going to talk about why we use it. So stay with us. Welcome back again. As usual, don't forget to check your answers in the description box for the last test. And now let's start. So as we said, we're going to talk about verb to be in present simple tense in English, why we use it and how we use it. First, let's start with how we use it, the form. Verb to be in present simple can come in three forms, which are am, is, are. Am, is, are. Now, to make any sentence in present simple tense, we need a subject followed by the verb. Now, the verb is am, is, are. Now, the subject can be anything like a pronoun, for example, I, he, she, it, they, you, and we. Or it can be a noun. So instead of using I, he, she, it, they, you, we, you can use a noun. For example, we can say Ahmed, Muhammad, Layla, the cat, the dog, the children, etc. So we said that verb to be is like am, is, are, three. Why we use am, why we use is, and why we use are. We use am with I, so we say I am, I am. He, she, and it, or any singular noun, we use it with is. So we say he is, she is, it is, or like I said, we use it with a noun. For example, my brother is, my sister is, the cat is, etc. Then we have they, you, we use it with are. We say they are, you are, we are, or we can use it with a plural noun. For example, my parents are, the children are, the cats are, etc. Now there is a point here, which is when we use pronoun with a verb to be, we usually contract. Contract means to connect two words together. So instead of saying I am, we say I'm. He, she, it, we say he's, she's, its. Then we can say they are, or we say they're, you're, we're. Okay? Now let's go through some examples. For example, I am tired. I am tired. I is the subject, am is the verb, verb to be, and then we have the complement. I am tired. Another example, the flowers are nice. The flowers are nice. So we have the flowers, the subject, I'm talking about flowers. Then we have verb to be are, we use it because flowers is a plural. So the flowers are nice. Another example, she is from Italy. She is from Italy, or we say she is from Italy. So she is the subject, followed by is, which is verb to be, and then complement. And one more example, you are American. You are American. So we have you, the subject, followed by verb to be, which is are, and then complement. You are American. So this is everything about positive sentences. How do we make a negative sentence when we have am, is, are? When we have am, is, are, the negative can be just with not after am, is, are. So instead of saying I am, we say I am not. He is, he isn't. She is, she isn't. It is, it isn't. Then we have they are, they aren't. You are, you aren't. We are, we aren't. So we just change by adding not after am, is, are. Now let's go through some examples. The first example is I am not hungry. I am not hungry. Another one can be she isn't my sister. She isn't my sister. So we have she, the subject, followed by is, and because we are making negative, so we put not after is, so she isn't my sister. Another example, they aren't from the same country. They aren't from the same country. They is the subject, aren't is the negative form of verb to be, and then we have the complement. They aren't from the same country. One last example is it's not very old. It's not, or it isn't very old. So it is the subject, isn't verb to be, and then we have the complement. Here we finish the negative part. Now let's look at the question form. Now before we start making questions with am, is, are in present simple, we need to know something important here, which is questions in English can be in two forms. The first one is yes-no questions. These are the questions that we ask to make sure of something. It means like I have some information about it, but I'm not sure. So I ask using yes-no questions. The other one is WH questions. WH questions, we use them to ask for information. It means like you don't know anything about that, so you ask with WH questions. WH questions like who, when, where, what, etc. Now let's look at how we make a question using yes-no questions. To make a question using am is are, we just change between the subject and the verb. So instead of saying I am, to make a question we say am I, am I. He is, she is, it is, we say is he, is she, is it. Then we have they are, you are, we say are they, are you, are we. So in this way we will make questions. Now how do we answer these questions? For a question that starts with am I, how do we answer it? The answer is yes you are or no you aren't. Is he? The answer is yes he is, no he isn't. Is she? Same. Yes she is, no she isn't. Is it? Yes it is, no it isn't. Are they? Yes they are, no they aren't. Then we have are you? Yes I am, no I am not. And the last one is are we? The answer is yes you are, no you aren't. Now there is a point here too, which is we don't usually ask with am I or are we. So instead of saying am I or are we ask a question with are you. Alright, now let's go through some examples. The first question is am I in this class? Am I in this class? So I'm asking a person about whether I'm in the class or not. And the teacher can answer yes you are or no you aren't. Another question, is she at home? Is she at home? The answer is yes she is or no she isn't. One more example is like, is it cold outside? Is it cold outside? I'm asking about the weather, if it's cold or hot. So the answer is yes it is or no it isn't. And the last example is, are they in the office? Are they in the office? Answer, yes they are or no they aren't. So this is yes no question. Now WH question is just like a yes no question, but instead of starting with am is are, we start with a WH word from the beginning of the sentence, and then we follow by am is are and then subject and complement. So let's go through some examples and you can see it. So the first example is where are you from? Where are you from? The WH word is where, then we have the verb to be, which is are, and then the subject, which is you. Where are you from? Another example, where is your father? Where is your father? So where is the WH word, followed by is, which is verb to be, and then your father, a singular, so that's why we use is. Where is your father? Another example, who is your best friend? Who is your best friend? So who is the WH word? Is the verb to be. Your best friend is the subject I'm asking about. Because it's one, we use is. Alright, so this is everything about positive, negative, and question. And now let's go to the most important question, which is why we use verb to be in English. We use verb to be in present simple for many different reasons. The first one is when we talk about names. So if you want to tell your name or the name of any person, you should use am is are. So we can say, my name is Jim, my name is Jim, or you can say, I'm Jim. And the same for anybody else. So you can say his name is Ahmed, for example. The second reason is when we talk about countries or nationalities. So if you want to tell your country or the name of your country or your nationality, you should use am is are. For example, Jack is from the USA. Jack is from the USA. He's American. He is American. So I am saying the country, which is the USA, and the nationality, which is American. Another example, David is from the UK. David is from the UK, which is the country. So the nationality is British. So we say he is British. He is British. The third reason is when we talk about ages. If you want to tell your age, how old are you? So we can say, for example, my parents aren't very old. My parents aren't very old. My father is 56 and my mother is 54. Another example, I am 29 years old and my brother is 25. So I'm talking about ages, so that's why we use am is are. Reason number 4 is when we talk about jobs. So if you want to tell your job or profession, you should use am is are. For example, I'm a teacher and he is a doctor. I'm a teacher, he's a doctor. Reason number 5 is when we talk about like what's your favorite thing, or what is your favorite thing. So you are talking about favorite. We can say, my favorite color is blue. So I'm talking about the color, my favorite color. So I say, my favorite color is blue. Another example, my favorite sports, and here I'm saying sports, which is plural, so we say are. My favorite sports are football and basketball. My favorite sports are football and basketball. And the last one is when we talk about adjectives, or when we describe something. So for example, I want to describe a room, I want to describe a student, I want to describe like a person, so we use am is are. For example, he is tall. He is tall. Tall is an adjective, so I am describing a person. My brother is old. My brother is old. I'm describing my brother of being old, okay? So in this case, again, we use verb to be. And this is everything about like why we use it. Anyways, there is a simple way of like knowing why we use am is are in present simple tense, which is the following. Present simple tense consists of subject followed by verb. So we have one subject, and we have a subject, and then we have a verb, okay, and complement of the sentence. So a sentence like this, I go to school every day, is correct. Why? Because we have I, which is subject, and then we have go, which is verb, and then complement. I go to school every day. Another sentence is, he plays football with his friends. He plays football with his friends every day. So here, he is the subject and play is the verb. But a sentence like, for example, I am study English. I am study English. This sentence is wrong. Why? I is the subject. Study is the verb. So here we have am. So am is a verb and study is the verb. So we have two verbs. And this is wrong in present simple tense, because I said present simple tense we use subject followed by one verb and then we complete, okay? So we cannot say I am study English. We say I study English. But a sentence like this, for example, the weather hot. The weather hot. The weather is the subject. Hot is an adjective, it's not a verb. So this sentence is not correct. Why? Because we don't have a verb in this sentence. So we need a verb to be, okay? So we say the weather, singular, the weather is hot. All right? Another example, this room small. This room small. This sentence is wrong again. Why? Because the room is the subject. Then we have small, which is the adjective. So here again we don't have a verb, so we should use verb to be, which is, because I'm talking about room, singular. So the room is small. Subject, verb, and then complement. All right? So this is everything about how we use it and why we use am is are. With this point, we come to the end of the lesson. We learned everything about am is are, about how we use it and why we use it. As usual, there will be a test for you in the description. Answer it so you make sure of your information. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to get everything new. See you in the next video.